Well, folks, the Democratic primary, if you can really call it that, got a little less crowded recently when Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced that he was no longer going to be running for president as a Democrat, and instead he is going to be running as an independent after pretty much his entire Democratic base of support had evaporated. So that leads us to our next question from Snowboy1963, who says, what do you think of Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s announcement to run for president as an independent third-party candidate? My initial opinion is, obviously, he has every right to do that. There is nothing that prevents anybody from launching a third-party bid for president. I have no problem with Bobby doing that. For those of you who may not know, the history there, I refer to him as Bobby. At Ring of Fire, which I am still obviously very much a part of, Ring of Fire actually started with Bobby Kennedy Jr. and Mike Papantonio. Now, Bobby left, 2015, around there. So he's been gone, for a good 8 years, and I've had no contact with him since then. And I never worked for him. I worked for Pap, but I knew him. I met him on a couple of occasions. I would talk to him weekly, because I was doing the booking and the research for the show. So I do have a little bit of a history with him. I have always disagreed with his stance on vaccines. And last I actually heard from one of our producers at Ring of Fire, who still occasionally talks to Bobby, is that Bobby is, this is what the producer told me, Bobby's apparently not a big fan of me. Because a couple years ago, I made a comment saying that the anti-vaxxers are no different than climate change deniers because you're looking at all this available science and still saying, nope, I choose not to believe that because it doesn't fit my narrative. So that allegedly made him kind of angry, and he wanted to debate me, and I didn't feel like wasting my time doing it. But anyway, that's that. So that's just the backstory on that. As for Bobby running as an independent, I think it's great. Bobby has more support from Republicans than he has from Democrats. So if you want to run as an independent and siphon votes away from whoever the Republican candidate is going to be, hell yeah, man. Like, I am 100% in favor of that. You could finally do something to help the Democratic Party with this idiotic presidential bid that you have. Like, I'm totally okay with that. So yeah. I have no problem with it. Again, the polls show that Bobby's support is coming mostly from the right. The people who have amped up Bobby, by the way, has been coming from the right. Steve Bannon has hyped it up. Fox News is always more than happy to bring Bobby on and be nice to him and polite, even though he's a Democrat. So they've been pushing it because they thought it would hurt Biden. And now they're about to realize real quick that it's going to come back to bite them in the keister harder than they thought. Reports actually started coming out at the end of last week suggesting that Trump, who also had praised Bobby, might start attacking him if he runs third party because now he's worried that Bobby's going to siphon off some of his votes. So Bobby wants to run as an independent. He has every right to do it, and I fully support it. Not in the sense of I'm going to vote for you, but I like the fact that it's going to take more Republican votes away than it will Democrats. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.